Hey guys, I'm Chris Buck and a very warm welcome to Friday Fretworks. This time again, after I promised last time would be the last, with a special guest in the shape of Mr. Paul Best. And apparently I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Mr. Paul Best from Radioshop Pickups, who I've dragged along to this video today just to try and give a technical element, I guess, an understanding or an explanation to what it is I'm trying to do in this video, which, in short, is taking a look at whether small specification differences or just small variations in pickups really do affect your guitar's tone and whether they make a difference ultimately. So, the two sets of pickups that we're going to be using in this video are the original set of ID.CHRISBUCK signature Radioshop pickups versus the ID.CHRISBUCK 57 Radioshop pickups, which Paul is going to kindly explain what the difference is.
Well, the first set was the ID.CHRISBUCKs, and they are Alnico 5, which is this set here. Okay?
Right.
And you will notice that these look absolutely identical to the 57s, which is Alnico 3. Okay, so they're exactly the same in every single other way. You know, the same wire, the same amount of winds, and so on. The difference is you've got Alnico 5 in the originals, and you've got Alnico 3 in the 57s.
Which is two less.
It's two less.
And that's pretty much where my kind of understanding is.
Now, these two magnets, you know, I can tell the difference between them, but obviously visually they look exactly the same, but they're going to sound different. Okay. And that's the idea, is that those two sets will sound different.
Cool.
Okay.
So the guitar we're going to be using for this test is going to be this one, which you may well recognise from a previous video we did together, which was taking a custom shop and pitting it up against a 70 quid guitar. In this case, this Squire Strat from the kind of mid-90s, I'm guessing. At the start of the video, it's going to have my original signature pickups in it, and then we're going to pit them up against the 57s. As I said, it's going to be a difference, which will be...
Well, the difference should be you find that the 57s, therefore the Alnico 3 set, should be a little bit darker than the Alnico 5 set, the originals.
Which I guess makes sense because the 57s, am I right in thinking, were designed for maple neck guitars?
That's the thinking behind it. And it's kind of an accepted wisdom within the pickup world, is that Alnico 3 is going to be a little bit darker. So that should offset the brightness of the maple necks, which I guess, again, is kind of traditional thinking that maple necks are slightly brighter than rosewood. So this is the first time I've actually stuck a 57s in a guitar with a rosewood neck. So I'm going to be really intrigued to see how this turns out myself. So, and the thing is, we've got... this is as scientific as we could possibly get, really. You know,
when you do the same.
Yeah, when you do A/B tests, you know, you've got to try and keep as many variables exactly the same, haven't you?
Yeah.
And in this guitar, the Squire, we've actually got a different pick guard, which we're doing with our solderless solution. So if you see
put a little kind of
it's really quick to actually just change
worth
pickups.
Mentioning, any affiliation aside, it was the quickest changeover of pickups I've ever seen. It was a loaded guard that we switched out. It took about 3 minutes. So
3 minutes 40, I think it was.
Yeah. If you're not particularly au fait, much like myself with soldering and just spend hours upon hours burning yourself, it's a very good shout. It's worth pointing out, by the way, is why the strings are in a hell of a state on the headstock, is I thought we were going to actually have to remove the strings, because I did it. Thought we were going to have to remove the strings to actually put them back on once we were changing the pickups, but we actually managed to change the pickups, change out the scratch plate without actually removing the strings, which was quite cool. So apologies.
Same pickup height, same everything.
Height. Apologies for the state of the strings, but there we go. Let's stop nattering on and actually get down to the nitty-gritty. So please, as ever, do leave your comments below and let us know what you're hearing, what the differences are, etc., etc., because I've come to believe that a lot of you have infinitely better ears than myself, to be honest. So, as ever, I've been Chris Buck, Mr. Paul Best.
Thank you, guys.
This is Friday Fretworks. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe, and I shall see you next week. Cheers, guys. Take care.